the end of the broadcast? So that's the end of the broadcast. Is all the Jonathan's thing does.
Yep.
Morning, Jonathan.
Let me turn this bad boy right on there. All right. David Vaughn.
Jonathan Tripp.
How you doing?
I'm good. You can echo off of me.
That's me. Sorry about that. I gotta
Too loud there, son. You got to turn it down.
Yeah.
I guess now I need to share it out. Did I not put I put the link in the thing.
So what's going on? What a crazy week it's been, huh?
I know.
All over the place. Here, I'm trying to hop into.
That's what I'm doing.
And watch it on. Also, I like to also watch it in the Facebook side, so I can actually.
Lindsay Badger's here. Oh, we're doing roll call. So if you're here, say
here.
Say here.
Yeah, don't type it. Just say it.
Or yeah, just say it. You don't have to type.
Say it.
And let's see. We got John Upton. We got Terry Johnson. We got Commander William Slays Jr.
Hello, fellas, he says.
Bill Slays, who is live streaming at some war museum, and he wouldn't go spin the propellers for me. I was rather disappointed in that.
Yeah, apparently you can go to jail for that. So
David is withering away skinny, so says Lindsay Badger. Actually, I'm just wearing 2X clothes now, so that I look thinner. That's the whole trick. It's all been a big lie. I've not really lost any weight.
So when do we have the spandex episode?
Oh, Spanx. Some Spanx. Made women,
right.
By women, for women. By women, for women. That doesn't have the same effect as FUBU. For us, by us. Yes, Commander. So what if they're armed guards? You're like a general or something like that. You sit there and put them on timeout. Who cares? So the first thing we have to talk about is the smelliest post I've seen all week. I mean,
it was great.
Hobbit feet.
I feel like I'm getting feet shamed. I don't even know how to express that. Why does my picture look so dark?
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
Is there no sun?
No, I've got 3 lights right now. I know it looks dark on the screen. Maybe it's my screen.
It probably
a little bit. Big world problems.
Probably is. Hi, everyone. So welcome to the after show, Asschat podcast, episode number 2028, or whatever number I decided to come up with. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah, they're arbitrary.
Yeah, episode numbers are kind of like book reviews. Most of them are either paid for or they lie. So that's right. I've been doing live video longer than there's actually been live video available. So this was all done in the past. They're actually just catching up.
Yeah, he's been talking to himself for years.
I do talk to myself. But you're trying to get away from Hobbit feet. Hashtag Hobbit feet. Oh. I didn't pay attention to anything you really said on your broadcast except something about content marketing. And, do you want to recap?
Yeah. How much content do you really need to produce to engage with your audience? That's the gist of today's show. Whether you're using messenger stories, something like that, or you're actually just using live content, whether you're posting on Twitter or Instagram, it's going to be different. And really trying to expose this just without naming names or without like really actually getting right out there. I think the easy way to market it, David, would be to say, these are the 5 steps that you need to do in order to have marketing content success. Instead of actually really looking at it and realizing that, I don't know, maybe, David, your audience is a little bit different than my audience, that if I want to communicate on Instagram, I have to do it differently than I do on Twitter. I don't know, I'm just going to say, like, that's the basic gist of it all.
My audience
I'm trying to catch up with
is whatever I copy from you. So
that's true.
I Facebook stalk your audience.
Well, if you do it correctly, you just make your own. You just take over. I mean, if you were really creative, you could actually just send me a Facebook message with like one of those nefarious little links, and you could just start scamming me, because I click on everything.
I know you do. You also accept anybody's friend request.
I do. How many of you guys have been getting a crazy amount of friend requests from internationals? I'll just say it like that.
Mine comes and goes. And usually by the time I've gotten to it, so many people have reported it as spam, apparently, that they've gone away. So.
It's unreal. Like, I have never seen it this bad. I'm talking like 40, 50, if not more. Since doing the show, I've gotten 2 more. Since starting our show at 39 minutes ago, I've gotten 2 more friend requests. People, I don't have anybody in connection to them that I know of. It doesn't say any mutual friends or anything. It's crazy. No, not a day. Like Donna. So like over the last, I don't know, week. So I'll get like 10 a day now. So a good solid 10 a day. It's ridiculous.
I mean, but maybe they know it's a futile effort anyway. And
I don't know. It's uncalled for. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely uncalled for.
I'm sharing. Share this broadcast out with other groups and people and friends and all that type of stuff. If you want other people to be submitted to the punishment that you are all obviously willing to partake in by listening and watching and viewing. Don't you have anything to do today better than listen to Jonathan talk about how popular he is? That's really what we're hearing, folks.
Yes. Yes.
Jonathan's complaining about where he's getting friend requests, but I'm so popular, I just don't have time.
But you have to include the other part of that, is that just because you request doesn't mean I accept. That's how exclusive the club is.
It is. It's an exclusive club to listen to Jonathan sit there and talk about how many people he gets friend requests from.
And it's extremely important that you know that. It's much like Live Talk Nation. Just because you apply doesn't mean you get in.
There you go. If you happen to be watching on one of the shares, thanks a lot. If you actually want to comment and have us see your comment, then you know what to do. You got to click on the video and open it up in Facebook world. If you're watching on mobile, Facebook likes you more. And if you didn't get notification of this event, well,
too bad.
That's, apparently Facebook doesn't really care if you watch the videos. They just want you to produce the videos and watch random videos. How many people actually go to the live? Does the tab even still exist? The live tab, and just watch random broadcasts? I do. I usually go to other countries, especially watch the ones where they're talking a language I can't understand them anyway. They're very entertaining. And most people don't care there. If it's a really good example, though, how we're so concerned when doing video or live video or anything, how polished and professional looking everything has to be.
Everything.
They don't care. Everybody thought the video of the guy doing the interview in the UK was funny, where the kids come tearing in and stuff like that. You thought that was funny? Well, it's a normal thing. All you have to do is go watch any other live broadcast in any third world, underdeveloped country, but they've got LTE internet so that they can get online and talk about how underprivileged and third world they are.
So true. I'm so so intrigued by this. So here's the thing, right?
Donna, I didn't. I thought I accepted yours. That's me too. Is that sometimes when I get the requests, I think I accept them and I don't. I probably need to go through and look.
That's why.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
will
stalk you right now.
Rectify that after. Here momentarily. I have to make room on that expansive list because since I became friends with Jonathan, I get so many.
And spam. Don't forget. If you're friends with me,
anybody that tried to go to Live Video Academy this morning and was met with, this doesn't exist or whatever. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the auto renewal on the domain didn't happen.
That's close. Whoa.
Oops. Sorry.
No, that's happened to me. Like I go down and it was like when I was checking all the boxes, I clicked too fast, missed over. And of course, do you know which one that was, right? JonathanTrip.com. Like the main one. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
And if you were watching last week, at least we aren't as privileged as some people like Tim Gillette who buy our own domain from ourselves at a more premium price.
Yeah, I have that much money to burn. So, we need to do that. Hey, I have my first listener on my Anchor crap.
Do you? I didn't even know you were on Anchor. You didn't tell me you were on Anchor, so I had to go check you out because I gave you marching orders last week about Anchor, and I didn't know. I know Terry Johnson's there, and I thought I was following her, but apparently I wasn't. And I'm trying to think of who else I might have seen some broadcasts. I need to get back on Anchor. This week's been kind of wonky. So anyway, it is what it is. And no, the new video and no, the PDF have not been put up. And I promise they'll be done today. Links up top, pinned up top if you want to join us on camera, if you've got something pressing that you want to say. If you want to talk about how bad Jonathan's foot picture was.
Yeah, if you can find it. Can you find it? Can you find it?
Did you take it down?
No, it's still there. I bet. How
was I the first person to comment on that? I was like, oh, not only am I going to comment, I am the first comment.
You are the first comment on there. I see. What I like about it is that when you guys comment, it actually puts it right back to the top of my news feed. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. But that's your news feed, not the rest of us.
Yeah, no, it keeps going to the top of mine. That's what I was saying. I really love about that. Yeah, and I was replying to Lindsay Badger's her hashtag Hobbit feet, and then I thought I was putting it in the reply, but it posted as just a general comment of the Gollum that I put in there, and as I was going back through it, because I woke up this morning, there was a couple other comments from Melissa and Alfredo and such. The Gollum picture actually ruins the entire pool experience that I was remembering, and so I really don't know what to think about that. My precious, William says.
Sorry.
No, I'm just checking up to see what Lindsay was saying because I'm all right. So this is what she was saying. She said, "Oh my God, I loved it." Terry, I see that you've called in, but I can't see your picture or anything. So technically, you're not there. Or are you saying you called in on Jonathan's Anchor? I think she said she called in on.
Is that what it is? See, I'm a little slow.
It's all right. So here's the thing, like. In the Anchor app, it has like the little claps, and then it has the number beside it. What does that mean?
Wait a minute. Say what? See, I'm not an expert. I haven't completed the course on how to make $10,000 with Anchor.
No. That's after this. I'm actually just trying to figure out what this is. So are people actually? Is this so? These are a list of people that I've connected with.
Why haven't I found you? Why haven't you found me? Schmuck.
I don't know.
There you go. You heard the ding.
I'm exclusive. That's why.
And Eileen, and there's Terry. See, I thought I'd done all this, but maybe I hadn't. My phone's actually been kind of wonky. So, are there any influencers on Anchor I need to know about? Because I got to follow the influencers, the people that know and get to stuff. I mean, I'm talking Grant Cardone's, the Gary V's, the Joel Combs, the Bonnie Frank's on Anchor. Hello. See? Right. It's screwing up again.
Maybe it's just being weird. I don't know.
Maybe I have to be approved. Caroline Leslie. She's blonde. See, it's not doing it now. I think it only lets me like so many people. Oh, wait. Now what did it do?
Is that how this works? Did I just see Eileen in here? Eileen.
Yeah. See, I liked Eileen. I thought I had liked her before. See, I swear, Jeff Adams. You hear the ding, don't you, people?
Yeah, I do. I do hear the ding.
But it's not lighting up their star. Mia Voss.
You're a superstar.
David, you were listed twice on Anchor. Am I really? I wonder if that's because you know what that is? I wonder if that's my old stuff.
But
I tried to log
popular that
and it
you have two accounts.
So I had to create a whole new thing. That's interesting. But I'm so important I have to be there twice anyway. I've got so much to say.
If enough is good, more is better, David.
One account with my pick and one without. I wonder if I can search for myself. That'd be funny. Maybe that's what's going on with my Anchor. My Anchor is the one without, apparently. The no picture. They have no way to search?
So, I mean, I kind of like this idea. Although I would be honest, I would not simulcast or like do same content. Yeah, I think for Anchor, and I kind of remember this before. Like, to me, Anchor would be one of those very short episode things. Like mine was like a minute and a half. I mean, that was just as a put it together.
Right.
I wasn't.
Is little brief blurby stuff. I haven't done anything professional yet because I'm all about professionalism.
And by the way, is it feet shamed or is it foot shamed? I don't know.
You had two.
I had two.
I don't know what the hell they were. So we're doing feet shame for you, bud.
Okay. I wasn't.
You came up with it. I'm just following along with you.
Hey, look there. Okay. So, all right. Hey, the corner favorited my station. How? I've arrived.
Who?
I don't know. It just says the corner.
The corner.
Yeah, somebody favorited my station, and I don't even know why. And David
at anchor.fm in the browser. Yeah, I'll do all that.
And David, I just saw that you favorited my station. But what's interesting is that the profile picture, it is a silhouette, the white silhouette with the pink background.
I haven't done all that stuff yet.
And Terry, thank you for applauding this.
I don't even know what my phone number is, Anchor. You need to go away.
Hey, Jenny, welcome to the morning. I know this is like your morning wake up routine now, on Fridays at least.
All right, I'm gonna change my photo. All right, there we go. Terry sent me a photo. Thanks, Terry. You're interrupting the process.
No, it's a highly technical process. And you know what? What I should do is I should move this screen over here so I can actually look and see what you guys are talking about and doing at the same time.
Okay, if I don't know how long it takes for it to populate for everybody else to see, but there is now a photo there's a profile photo. So, and it's different from the other one because I haven't been on Snapchat.
It just populated.
I opened Snapchat for the first time
In 2 years?
In a long time. The other day. And I used their little snap thing, which is wonky and doesn't really like to work very well. And stalked other people who have left themselves open to the public for all their broadcasts. Most of them were kind of boring. Coach Jenny's here. Hi, Coach Jenny.
Yep.
Have you settled back into your routine, Coach Jenny?
Actually found all of her
yesterday
stuff.
Was I think I saw a post from Jenny yesterday saying, "Oh, the fire alarms." That's right. Yeah, that wasn't me. Did you like my reply to your thing? I didn't see any. Anchor limit is 5 minutes. 5 minutes to what? I think that's a good limit. 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can talk about a lot. You can do little blurby, quick stuff in 5 minutes. You can sit there. I mean, think about it. That's a long time to talk. Think about trying to do a 5 minute video.
Yeah.
Some people are struggling doing a 5 minute live video. Which, you know, go to livevideoacademy.com and you can learn about the 31 days challenge. I let the cat out of the bag to Alfredo yesterday. There's going to be some more stuff coming in the months to come. September is going to have an additional challenge for those that have already completed the 31 days live. Or if you haven't completed it and you want to take the additional, you can do that too if you're an overachiever. Stop it.
How much is that course?
Talking. I can't stop talking either. I like to talk and talk and talk. Jonathan Tripp, you've got a bit of a glow going on your head.
Yeah.
I think you've lost more hair since last week.
Are you kidding me? I lose hair every day. Every day.
As many kids as you have in your house, I would too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Holly's got any hair because she has the kids and she has to put up with you. And those feet.
Well, she does it more gracefully than I ever could. Way beyond.
Alfredo says he did 2 5-minute videos at midnight. Alfredo said that he is going to begin doing the 31 days challenge at the beginning of August. I did see that post.
Oh.
He's got a little Jonathan love going on because he was like, I hope I can tag Jonathan in them.
I hope.
That. Didn't mention a single other person in the entire Facebook live broadcasting, other live broadcasting world.
You don't need to.
Only kind of wheeze.
And I actually mean this in a actually kind of a pretty serious comment here, right? How many of you guys actually watched the Let's Live Stream Twitter chat, or watched it or participated this past Wednesday? And David, I'm going somewhere with this. It's okay if you do.
It's fine. You can go. I didn't, because every time I think about it, I'm busy doing something. You know, like
work, something else. So the reason why I bring it up,
so there's just no telling how it's going to go.
Oh my gosh! Sometimes showing up is half the battle. Terry, I know you were there on the September. It was supposed to be a secret, right? Okay. No, the reason why the only reason why I really bring it up is because we were talking about live stream challenges, you know, the different aspects of them, and you know what's going on, but. One of the things that I had done, I know that some people have, Jen, I think, has a Twitter list. I set up a little link or a little setup so that I can actually see who's been talking about it, and not just like a search. But you know, I mean, like I'll put some names out. So Ross Brand, Nick Rishwain, William Slays. Switchboard Live actually retweeted Terry. I don't know, Terry, did you see that? That was kind of cool. She's retweeting, and I'm trying to. I can't click on just here. I can't click on which one, but it's the internet is the real world. That was kind of fun. I like that
because the internet says so.
Because the internet says so. But this is where people live. Eileen Smith, Tina Vlant, David Gomez, Terry Johnson, Rebecca Palmer, Rachel Moore actually actually mentioned it too. That's when I've arrived. When Rachel Moore retweets or at least talks about it. So.
Isn't she a part of that show?
Let's Live Stream. Yes, occasionally from time to time. She's kind of stepping back. She's got a lot of crap to do. She's got like her own shows, and
Well, I'm just saying, if she's part of the show, then she should be retweeted.
Yeah, but not every week. Honestly, like she maybe like once a month.
Okay. Well,
that's kind of her. She's like I'd like to join.
I haven't gotten that exposure yet, so
that's all right. Nobody's
retweeted this yet. I don't know why.
I'll retweet you. But I don't even.
You still share to Twitter from Facebook, or has that been removed a long time?
No, you can
able to do that.
No, my sister actually does that. Her
your Facebook post.
No, I'm sorry, no, it goes the other way. She shares her tweets onto her Facebook.
Yeah, I see that, but you used to be able to do the opposite. I have no idea when that stopped.
No, I see some people do it.
It could have stopped years ago.
No, I absolutely no. I do see people that do it, and to me, it drives me a little nuts because you click on it and it goes to their personal profile, and then you can't see it. It's like one of those like attachment unavailable type things because maybe they haven't made it public, and you're not necessarily friends with them on Facebook, but you are on Twitter. It's silly to me. It's just flat out silly.
Terry Johnson says she used Joycaster to broadcast from Smile Time.
Yeah. So she's live in Smile Time and uses Joycaster to share it out.
Oh, I got you.
I like it, Terry. Smart move. I like that.
I've gotten pushed down quite a bit. There's some other people that are.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the room. Let's see here. I'm actually I see. It says there's 9 people. I see Allison, Donna, Jenny, Alfredo, Lindsay, and Terry.
They still haven't done any kind of new announcements. Okay. I don't know what Small Time's up to. I think they're headed more towards the entertainment industry. Hollywood.
That's all right. Hollywood. When I for 3 weeks in a row, I stopped using them when for 3 weeks in a row, I couldn't go live. Like I actually couldn't get live on the platform.
Right.
That was just like, okay, so I actually can't use it. So it's no longer a tool that I can use.
Well, I think it still works.
I see people using it. When I can't do it.
Yeah, and I kind of,
you know what I mean?
Away from it.
Yeah,
I haven't used. In fact, I haven't used it once this month for the live challenge. Haven't really intended to because I just didn't know if it was going to work or not.
Yeah.
But this has been discussed. I mean, Smile Time. So many people wanted a Blab-like experience, and Smile Time certainly offers a Blab-like experience. It's its own platform service.
Yep.
You can get multiple people on camera and all that type of stuff. But once people found out some people could broadcast to Facebook Live, it was like, well, if I can't broadcast to Facebook Live, then I'm not going to do it. And then we continuously have the issues with Facebook Live, like getting notified 24 hours later that somebody's going live after they've gone live.
After.
And you're willing to accept all that, and you're all being lemmings. You are jumping off the cliff simply because Mark Zuckerberg is saying march.
Do it. I mean, there are some benefits for doing the things that everybody else is doing. There are some benefits. I mean, just in all honesty, so if you want to have a community experience, then you need to go where everybody else is. Right.
Yeah. Because, you can service 2 billion people.
Right.
Well, Jonathan can.
Yeah. I mean, it's exclusive. I mean,
get the kids out of the room. That was a little dirty, little innuendo there. Missing Mia Voss, who we haven't seen in the past couple weeks because she's so busy.
Because I know she's really busy.
She hasn't even done. We haven't even been able to get into Mia's box.
Yeah, she said she's like, I'm really busy. She hasn't been doing it.
I'm just driving free cars all the way around. Alfredo says, oh, use a free platform via Facebook and Joycaster to share. I need to try that setup. Terry says, Facebook zombies. I guess I could pop these up on the screen, couldn't I? See, there's Alfredo's.
Nope.
You all are some dedicated, hardcore listening individuals who have gotten way too used to me if you're still watching after I called you a lemming.
Yes.
Fredo says, go where everyone is and service 2 billion people. I have to pause for a second. Okay. So we did Alfredo's. Let's see. Jonathan Tripp says, does Mia Voss even wake up this early? Right. No, but she's more than happy to sit there and broadcast from her bed with her floof.
Lounging, as it were.
Terry Johnson says, in all, 2 billion is their audience. That's exactly right. And then Coach Jenny says, I disagree with the Lemmings thing. I use Facebook Live because it makes me money. Okay. Come on camera and let's talk about that. Coach Jenny. And I don't want to hear I'm not camera ready.
I'm not camera ready.
I'll go pull the fire alarm.
Ooh.
We were here for Jonathan Tripp too. I think that's probably in response to your new lower third that you've got, Jonathan. You own a car? I didn't think you owned a car. Is it an Uber? It's an Uber. Come on, you're getting chauffeured around. You're not driving. I'm just speaking. You didn't say anything. Wait a minute. How are you replying if you're driving? If you're able to type, you're able to broadcast. Come on. Don't make me use the hashtag #InDistractedDriving and get Mitch Jackson in here because you know he's all lawyer-ish. That's all I got for that. I don't know. I'm driving LA traffic. Okay, so that's not driving. That's sitting in traffic.
Idling.
That's I'd probably have my car turned off unless it's really hot and you need the AC, and then I'd have the AC running. Are you on the 5 or the 10? What's not having traffic flow smoothly? And where are you driving to, Coach Jay? Or are you driving Meredith to Meredith doesn't have to go to work yet, does she? Alfredo said, I actually watched David Vaughn video about plants and birds' nest in one of his 31 days live video. I know, I saw the response. And I haven't liked them or anything yet, but I did see them. And thank you very much for watching. Oh, Jenny's on the 110.
The 110.
I don't know what that is. I'm just,
it's a road.
Every once in a while I get those broadcasts, the newscasts from those areas, and they mention the 5. No, it's kidding. I've been to LA too many times. California too.
David,
did you? So just to make sure that everybody has seen that I did update my profile pic. Jonathan, did you look at my profile on?
Yeah, it updated within seconds.
Oh, awesome!
It was a very quick, quick ham update.
It was hammy. It was full of pork.
It's full of something.
My mother will like it. Alfredo says he takes the 110 in Los Angeles. Well, if you get on the 110 and Jenny's on the 110, then you two can wave each other, especially if you're going in opposite directions. Because apparently Jenny's sitting in traffic and everybody's just having a big old meetup.
Apparently, right? Maybe that's what it is.
That'd be a cool place for a meetup, wouldn't it? I mean, you know that the traffic's going to be at a standstill every single day at a certain point in time. Just figure it out. Meet up, mile marker on 110.
Right. That kind of reminds me of when Pokemon Go started hitting really big. That's what everybody did.
It's not big anymore? I just ordered my latest iPhone 10 for that.
Hmm.
She's being Ubered on the 110. Ooh, that would be a long Uber, wouldn't it? Or is Uber a set rate? I can't remember. I know that we have people that Uber here in Rocky Mount. Please, we're not that type of city. And they should live stream it with the hashtag Hobbit Feed and the hashtag Indistracted Driving. And just to add in, they could hashtag Open Bobs.
Oh my gosh! Every time, every week, I think this comes up. Every week.
I like that hashtag. I think it's super funny.
You know, there's a website, right?
Open Bobs? No, I didn't know. Is there?
Open Bob. I think it's openbobs.com. Do you dare go there? Does anybody actually dare?
I'm going. Oh, there's T-shirts.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why. I mean, on the one hand, it's sheer genius. On the one hand. And no, you need to delete Jen's comment there. She's telling people what it is. Don't let people know. They just need to go there for sheer shock value.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing? Don't make me report you to Facebook. Jen Nelson, how's the gym membership going? I saw the excited post about joining the gym.
Truth time. Really.
Have you gone?
I don't know. That's a really good question. That's a really good question for her.
Do you have a trainer? Would you like a trainer? I know somebody that has lots of hair product up in Virginia.
Oh my gosh. No, there's no hair products here.
Jen Nelson has not gone to the gym yet. Jen.
You know, one day you're gonna
you don't get rollover days.
Yeah. You can't go to gym like one time a week, a lot, and then it counts for the whole week. I don't know if she knows it. Maybe she doesn't know that.
I will start having one bottle of wine delivered to your house every day that you don't go to the gym.
But it has to be in a box. Can you just send her box?
Oh no! This wine doesn't come in a box. It is not that fancy.
Does it come in a can?
It's in a bottle.
Oh, it's in a bottle? I bet it's got a
bottle.
screw top on it, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't have a screw top to it.
Does it go?
I don't know. I threw the one away that I had. Jen knows what the wine is, though. It's her favorite wine. She would drink this over Boone's Farm strawberry. It is the Aldi special. Actually, you know what? I can't even find it in their store anymore. I think they removed it from the shelf. I think you shamed them so bad. I don't know.
Wow.
Lidl. Do people have Lidls, LIDLs opening up around them? We have them apparently all over North Carolina. Apparently we like overpriced generic groceries. It's supposed to be a competitor to Aldi. Why is the after shows always so entertaining, but Jonathan's show is so boring? I don't know. You have to talk to him. It was fun when Tim Gillette came on camera. Yeah, Tim's in California, I think, doing something. Or I don't know. He's hobnobbing somewhere with someone. Doing something. Probably making money. So, Jonathan, why is your show so boring? Alfredo wants to know.
It's a really good question. I've been really struggling with that for 2 years now. So I'm just going with consistency and hoping that eventually something would change, and it would just stop being boring. I'm out of ideas. I'll take it. I'll take suggestions though.
Oh, I know. You could talk about Instagram and how wonderful that is.
Ooh, it is. Or you know what I could talk about? How there's a chick playing the new Doctor Who. And I say that very tongue-in-cheek because That is not at all. And
That's just not. See, I had forgotten it. It had gone away. It had disappeared. It had.
No, there's an actress playing the 13th Doctor.
Yes.
So is that good or is that bad? And I don't mean politically, socially. I'm saying storyline. Is that a good or a bad thing?
In a non-chauvinistic response, it's a bad thing.
Okay.
Because the history of Doctor Who and the actual Doctor himself, there is so much male reference that for it to flip and become female is the thing. And that being said, the Master was the same way. And now we don't have the Master, now we have Missy. Unless you watched the last 2 episodes. Sorry if you haven't seen them. Spoilers.
I actually watched
we had Missy and the Master. That was kind of weird. And
that is weird.
We had moments.
Well, that would actually make sense with
that. That was British television in its prime spotlight, I'm sure. Missy, at first, was bad. And then she kind of stepped into the role, and it became all right. And then I don't really understand the direction they were trying to go with Missy. The Master's always been the bad, evil person. Stop trying to make the Master good. I don't know. Anyway, I am very thankful that the female Doctor, hold on, and I can't remember her name now, but I looked her up, and I had seen a couple of things. See, everything's talking about Jodie Whittaker now, which is the new.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I can go back and if I can find out. There was another one. And if you know what her name is, you can throw it in there, because everybody thought that she was going to actually get it. They thought she was the shoe-in. At first, they thought it was some guy that played, and I didn't know who he was.
I thought it was going to be the actor from the Harry Potter, the newest one, the Fantastic Beasts. I thought it was going to be that guy.
Yeah, him. Well, that's what they thought, especially since he had quit whatever he had quit, and it was right around the time that they thought that.
Mm-hmm. I think that would have been a good fit. I don't think it was a bad thing. Hey, Herb. Herbie's here. Nice. And you know what? I also saw Mia Voss. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of scrolling down.
I haven't seen Mia Voss yet.
I saw her scrolling through.
Herb on the curb. Lindsay says, because history, that's why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. David hates the new Doctor. I can say a few things about the new Doctor. One, it's going to be interesting to have a female version. I was not a fan of Peter Capaldi in the beginning. I've not really been a fan of Peter Capaldi's episodes throughout. Now, when Peter Capaldi, to his defense, part of Peter Capaldi's problems in the beginning when he became Doctor was Jenna Coleman. They needed to kill off Clara Oswald long before they killed her off. And technically, they haven't killed her off, which is another issue. So she could actually come back. But they really haven't killed off a lot of them. I mean, Amy's not dead. Rose and gone. You know, they're all in different places. But anyway, so the character's technically gone. Except for River Song. She's technically actually dead. But she still exists in the virtual world. But I wasn't a fan of Peter Capaldi, and I really wasn't a fan of him throughout. There were some good episodes. He was better when he was an angry Doctor than when he was doing all the other stuff that he was doing, which I couldn't understand. That being said, I am holding back on final judgment of the new 13th Doctor until I get a good season in, which hopefully won't take 2 years. But the entire Whovian nation is going to be watching. And
because
sucks,
this is a dynamic change for the feel and the flavor of the show. So, and that's why I was saying, like, within the actual storyline, is this like making like Captain America a woman? You know, like, it's like, wait, what? Like, it doesn't make sense storyline wise. Or is it? I mean, I think as far as the show goes, as far as like entertainment value, I think I don't see any problem with it. I actually think it'll be fun to see what they're going to do, because when the Doctor, when the Master, when it became a she,
Missy,
that was a really neat twist on it.
And the actress herself actually tried to pull off Missy really, really well. I thought she did well as Missy. I just didn't really get the whole Missy character, and why they chose to go that direction. But anyway, I liked.
It was something. Anyway. My whole point of bringing it up, that's something it's changing. If it's changing in British television, the ripples will be seen elsewhere. This is not a comment on women's suffrage. This is a
suffrage. Who said suffrage? Oh, I've seen. Jen's little comment of, because historically women didn't have the right to vote, we should have never marched for that right. Just saying. No. So you want some good examples of where, let's take it and make it female, have gone bad? You want the most recent? Ghostbusters. That was horrible.
And that was
because of the actresses mostly that they had in there. Just not funny. But two, the whole plot and everything behind it was bad. And it's not me saying it. Mm-hmm. It's the entire world saying it. It was bad.
Didn't like that movie. Mm-hmm.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And if there was nothing wrong with the history of Doctor Who from the 60s on forward as being a male, why continue? But we've long thought, and they have been heading this direction. They've had little stuff kind of hinting towards it for a long time. So it's not like a real huge shock. Because again, honestly, on the male side, there really weren't a whole lot of huge candidates that I thought, that'd be neat. And like I say, I didn't really like Peter Capaldi. I couldn't tell you a whole lot that he was in, except he was in the
Doctor Who.
Well, he was in Doctor Who, but before that, he was in World War Z.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
He was in World War Z, had a small part in there towards the end of the movie. And honestly, I didn't know that was Peter Capaldi. But it is what it is. So I'm holding all reservations because I want a full season. I want to see how it does, how it goes. Because some of the stories have been bad too. So if they make the stories good and it's fitting, then, it could work. But now will we be flipping back and forth, and will viewership go up because all of a sudden now it's not female, or now it is female, or, all that type of stuff? I think it's just, it's kind of silly. Now, how did Jodie Whittaker get the position of Doctor Who?
She auditioned.
Well, she did at the request of the producer for Broadchurch that she used to work on, and she was good in Broadchurch. And I thought David Tennant's character in Broadchurch, and this is the UK version of Broadchurch, not the US version of Broadchurch, which I haven't even seen. I thought David Tennant's character in Broadchurch was kind of weird, but it was good for him to have some kind of stepping point to get away from the Doctor, because that's all pretty much everybody knew David Tennant as, was the Doctor.
Or the villain in Jessica Jones.
Or the villain in Jessica Jones. And Jessica Jones was a horrible. Anyway.
Or the villain in Harry Potter.
Let's just have superhero sex on the frickin' screen. That's all it really was. And a little bit of combating. So anyway, Jessica Jones was terrible. But the producer, Chris, what's his name? Chris something or other. and his name Chris Curtis starts with a C. Anyway, he was the producer of Broadchurch. He is taking over Stephen Moffat's position because Stephen Moffat has left. He wanted Jodie Whittaker over there. And there's already a companion. Open Bob. So.
There we go.
I'm in dangerous territory? Why am I in dangerous territory? What was I talking? See, I'm not even paying attention to the comments. I just went on. John Upton says, Peter Capaldi is a here. See, I can sit there.
In the thick of it. See, yeah, don't know. I literally have never even heard of that. Not because I don't care.
Hashtag Dr. Chauvinism much. Explain to me anything that I said that was chauvinistic.
I missed that part.
But I'm not being chauvinistic. I'm just being truthful. It's just like if the role is created for a guy, and then, but because we've had this throughout the last few years. There was something that was created. It was male created, and then all of a sudden they stuck a female in a position and did a reboot.
Okay.
And it didn't go well.
Okay, you want to go there? Let's go there. What about when Star Wars 7 came out and all the previews? We didn't actually know a lot of the real storyline. And do you remember when the world, and I kind of mean this, the world, not just like Star Wars world, but the world, when the actor took his stormtrooper helmet off and he was a black guy? Do you remember that?
I do.
Do you remember how people were freaking out? They were like, how could you possibly do this? There's no way. He doesn't belong. He doesn't blah, 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 right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, hashtag, aren't you a little short for being for a stormtrooper?
Right.
Us because
we dealt with this. Jenny's dying. She's loving this conversation. The entire world was up in arms because we didn't know, and I say we as in the Star Wars watchers, we didn't actually know what Star Wars 7 was about, when the context, when it was actually happening, things like this. We didn't know who it was, but we went on the predication of the story that he was supposed to be a clone. It wasn't a race, at least from my perspective, it wasn't intended or meant as a racist statement.
So when I saw it, I was like, wow, okay, that's a little new wave and forward thinking. Let's have a colored stormtrooper, a black person as a stormtrooper. But then if you do follow the entire history, I mean, the Empire was pretty much kind of wiped out. All the clones were kind of wiped out. I mean, everybody had gone through and.
Well, we know this after the fact.
So, I mean, that whole much, I didn't jump on that bandwagon as much as other people had. I mean, it's not like, they couldn't go find a clone DNA on that water planet with the really tall, skinny, ugly aliens. I mean, why do aliens always have really big eyes? I mean, aren't we interesting when we come up with creatures from another world and what we imagine that they would look like? And there's just no physical way that they would work. But anyway, or take it a step further.
Mm-hmm.
The Last Jedi and Rey, and it's a woman. And the people were freaking out about that as well because,
and again,
I didn't freak out as much. It's just more kind of, the reboots and everything that keep coming along, and it's like, oh well, let's just make a female version of it, and it goes bad. And Stacy sat there and wrote something really interesting. Somewhere. She was saying, are bad plots written for women or women and bad plots? Oh, here it is. She said, so are women placed in bad plots or are bad plots saved for women? I don't think that's a fully covered thing, especially if you're going to reference Ghostbusters, since what's her name? The chick that was in it. She was in charge of the entire thing. So if you want to blame anybody, it was, what was her name? She used to be really overweight. Now she's not as overweight. She's been in quite a few movies, and I can't remember her name. Oh my God.
I think the problem with that is that individually, they're very funny people. Those women are very funny.
Well,
and it was the expectation that when you put them all together on screen, it would make the movie funny. I think that was the idea. I think
Melissa McCarthy. Okay, that's good God, that was really
very funny.
I wanted to say Jenna Coleman again, and that's because that's the last female I mentioned. Everything about Ghostbusters was pretty much Melissa McCarthy's fault. So,
and I'll be honest, I don't like. I see what I think I understand what Stacey's saying.
But I understand what you're saying.
Or it goes up. That's with the expectation that women are only in bad plots. Now, why that's the case? I don't think that's true. I mean, look at every single Steven Seagal movie.
Or Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right?
Yeah,
Or Nicolas Cage movie. I mean, half of his. I mean, we can keep going. I mean, this is not. And it makes me think of Melissa McCarthy. Other stuff that she's been in, I think she's absolutely fantastic in Gilmore Girls. I love that show. Why? I don't know. It's hilarious to me. All of it.
There are plenty of fantastic female entertainers. There are plenty of fantastic movies, shows, whatever, that females have been the lead and have done really well. And then there are just some that aren't. And I guess that's the direction I'm going, is that they just need to be really careful. Because they've got the entire Whovian nation watching after it to see what happens. I mean, when Missy showed up, there was a lot of pushback. They were like, oh, "How can you do that?" and all that type of stuff. Well, Time Lord. So I do like that aspect. Anyway, if I could find her name, I would. I still can't find her name. I don't know if anybody else came up with it, but she wasn't considered the front runner. And then they announced Jodie Whittaker. So I am very happy that it's not the other one, because she was not funny. So, anyway.
Well,
but I mean, we could sit there and go into all sorts of directions. Like, why do we have lots of female entertainers? Let's go superhero route. Why are most female superheroes super skinny? That's just unrealistic to me, and but that's what the market, I guess, wants or something. I don't know. Even Gal Gadot is not that much of a buff person, but they saved themselves in that end because they just took the direction of Wonder Woman and said, "Oh yeah, she's just a god. So it doesn't matter what she looks like. She can do whatever she wants. She's God." Okay. And then she whipped whatever his names was. That's if you haven't seen Wonder Woman, the ending's the best part.
And I haven't seen Wonder Woman.
With 2 billion served, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I have a lot of comments to catch up on. And a lot of coffee to drink.
That's how they were originally drawn. Yeah, I know.
But wait, isn't that an argument for if we've always done it that way, that's the way we have to keep doing it? I'm just kidding.
It is. Doggone it. Keep them that way. I mean, big buxom, super thin waist. That's all realistic. But no, I thought that stuff as a kid growing up. And I wasn't into comic books that much, but I was always like... I mean, even you look at when they redid Superman. I mean, you can look at Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the history. I mean, George Reeves, Christopher Reeves, not that big and buff.
Right.
I guess they were considered big and buff in their time. But now you got what's his name playing it? They tried to duplicate Christopher Reeve with Brandon Roth. That didn't work well. That was bad writing. That one shouldn't have been done. But that was Zack Snyder, too. And I don't like Zack Snyder. He's a horrible.
Good job, Zack.
Zack does great, doesn't he? Because, he's in charge of all the DC films now. But, Superman's big and buff here. I mean, he's got a freaking 10-pack. Guy's got muscle on muscle.
His abs have abs.
His abs have abs. And Captain America too.
Topic that we haven't talked about today that we should not talk about today.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Topic that we haven't talked about today. Is there a topic? Oh, you were asking. Is there a topic?
No, I'm asking the question. Is there something that we should have talked about, or there's something we should be talking about that we really shouldn't be talking about? He
says superhero stuff loses her. That's fine. We're off of that one. Genocide. What?
Genocide. Oh yeah, Jen. Good one there. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Donna's got to go. Bye. See you.
See you, Donna. Oh my gosh, these comments are getting even better. Oh my goodness.
Jen Nelson wants genocide.
You're saying it. I'm not saying this.
Genocide. Let's see. Genocide.
Is
it in the news recently? I mean,
I don't even know. I'm not even repeating Williams.
Let's see. The Namabian tribe continues the fight for German compensation over colonial genocide.
I don't even.
This came out today. Yeah, bad Germans. I guess. They still have to pay.
Mail order grooms. Oh.
Rwandan scholar Leopold, I can't say his sentenced to life, labeling him a genocide denier. Okay. Turkey's parliament bans words Kurdistan and genocide.
This is unreal.
You cannot say that no more.
Say.
Let's read this because this is the Kurdistan 24, so we know that's an authoritative source, and at least it's in English. So,
it's on the internet.
It's not fake news. Late Thursday night, the Turkish parliament passed a set of bylaws forbidding lawmakers from employing certain words and phrases such as Kurdistan or Armenian genocide during legislative sessions. The article stipulating the ban does not explicitly list the banned words, terms, or phrases, but gives outlines on what not to say. It states that MPs cannot use definitions that are in violation of the administrative structure as defined by the indivisible wholeness of the Republic of Turkey. By the way, Turkey's one of our friends, people. Only because they have a really good spot in the middle of everything. Reported Kurdistan 24's bureau chief in the Turkish capital. The law effectively prevents lawmakers from saying Kurdistan, Kurdish provinces, or the Kurdish region in reference to the Kurdish majority south and southeast, which has historically been known as Kurdistan. So what are they going to do? This area right here, can they point to it? Did they remove the name from a map if it was pointed to? This just region.
Just blur it a little bit. That's how we do things.
Maybe they got a picture of Gollum. See, and we think we have the corner on interesting news just because we're in the U.S. and we got. That's like saying Congress saying, you can't use the word the phrase Donald Trump any longer, and passing a law saying that. But, that would be Kavefe, so. Donald Trump's administration, speaking of Donald Trump, is closing the U.S. State Department office tasked with investigating war crimes and trying to prevent genocides. That was from the 18th. So, Jen, is this a topic close to your heart? Jim wants me to do it without Googling it. Too late. I can't do that.
I don't even know my phone number.
Do I even know where Kurdistan is now? Well, Jen, I probably would have. However, I just went to the map and there's no area labeled Kurdistan any longer. There does seem to be this blank area. I mean, that's... Oh, Peter's going to have a field day with that, or the ACLU or somebody.
David, wrap it up. Give us a wrap up. Talk social news, boring show. After chat, Hobbit feet, lady doctors, anchor fail.
And there's nothing wrong with lady doctors.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just giving a show recap.
Oh, you're giving the show recap, Jonathan.
Lady doctors, anchor fail, in 31 days live August,
and something new in September.
In September, something new in September?
Well, for those that have gone through the 31 days already, or anybody that wants to do it, and they're overachievers. Nazim's here. Okay, yeah, it is time to wrap the show up.
Yep. Well, that was my cue. I saw him as like, hey, I'm stuck in traffic on the way to Venice, and I knew we had to wrap the show up because.
Well, thank goodness it's to Venice and not Kurdistan, because you'd never find your way anywhere. I mean, are they going to remove it from all the GPS systems? I'm just saying. I'm wondering. I think Jonathan's covered the show pretty well, though.
I do. I mean, I try to do a pretty good job about it.
Now, if we could just get you to do that on your own show.
I do. I give a quick little recap. I mean, a little like show preview. I do the show and then I try to do a show recap so I could just like, hey, look, if you missed it, this is all it is, and then decide if you want to watch it again. Please. I literally pander to audiences every episode.
Did you say you pander to people?
I pander to the audience.
Or you patronize people?
No, that's in my tweets.
I'm going to go do a YouTube video on all the tweet replies Gordon Ramsay has done to people that have sent him tweets directly.
They are fantastic.
They are hugely fantastic.
Yes.
And I could come up with, I don't even have to come up with anything. There's no content creation whatsoever. I just have to
there isn't.
everything.
And if you do this, you try to find the one where somebody submitted, a picture of their food. Gordon, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the meal was, right? And the reply was, I didn't know they let you cook in prison. That was the reply. You take it any which way, how up, down, left, or right you want. But it worked, and it was so the reply was so fantastic. Please do that. Please do that.
Let's see if I can give
my permission. You do that, David. I'll even let you post that in Live Talk Nation. Like that. That's how epic it is.
You have to go through, though, because he's got so many freaking shows on. So, by the way, the F word in America sucks. Go back to the UK and do it. So just a preview of something. So one individual tweets at Gordon Ramsay, you should review this Ryanair breakfast. I don't even know if I'm saying that. I'm probably not saying that right, so I apologize if I'm offending anybody. And so Gordon's response is, the worst looking breakfast in the air. Keep it up there. Hey, at Gordon Ramsay, rate my fresh shrimp spring rolls with gourmet fish chili dip. Gordon's response is 50 Shades of Shrimp. You have to, and most of these have pictures, so you have to look at the picture too. So that's
you really do. You have to hit the pictures along with it.
It's super funny when you yeah. That's so anyway.
All right.
I don't even have to come up with the content.
So you come up, you curate the content. That's the high profile way of saying, look, I found this on the internet. You're going to curate the content. You make the video. Absolutely. I mean, as Ryan Perez, 100,000 hits. 100,000 hits right there. It's sheer genius. Just do that.
100,000?
100,000.
I want 200,000.
I mean, it'll.
If I get 200,000, I'll do another one twice as long.
But you have
about Jonathan Tripp's applause.
What you mean is you're just going to do the same thing again, and you're just going to repeat it twice because.
I'll have kind of like every TV show in America has right now, where they have to sit there and tell you what happened last week in case you didn't watch, because nobody has DVRs or Hulu previously. And I'll go through the entire thing, and then I'll just start fresh with like maybe 2 or 3 additional options. It'll be a longer video. It'll be a newer video, and then I'll get a fresh new set of hits off of that.
Nice.
That's what I'll do.
All right, peeps.
Well, Jonathan, thanks for hanging out. Peeps, thanks for being with us.
Yeah.
Anybody that was offended by anything that was stated in here, it's all Jonathan's fault because he brought it up.
Please make sure that if it is my fault, please make sure you send me a message on my fan page. If you have a network marketing business opportunity, please make sure you message me on my fan page. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Tripp with 2 billion served. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And that's it. We're all done. Happy Friday. Go have fun this weekend. It's going to be hot as all get out, apparently, in North Carolina. 3 days of hitting the century mark plus. And anyway, we're going to do all that. So you guys have fun. See you on the next one. Bye.